Today we are doing Toasty makeup. This makeup is very much trendy and I really want to try it since in this look it's more of a bronze look than with blush. With my normal primer, I'm mixing this illuminating primer. I tried this in my previous video and I would say it really works way better, like my base lasts much longer and it gives a shimmery base look which really looks good if you like dewy makeup. Make sure you apply and mix both the primers well together so there are no lumps. It does leave that pinkish tint which is the shimmer. The best trick to a really good base is a moisturized skin, which means do some skincare and a face mask before your makeup. Before we start the base, I'm going to use these lenses from Aanyaa. They are very comfortable to wear for a long time. I don't know why I'm wearing them like I'm having an exorcism. If you're wearing lenses for the first time, it's normal for your eyes to get watery and you feel like weeping. I do it all the time, like even without the lenses. You can use my code SHEDOES for a discount. For foundation, I'm starting off with this one from Forever 52. This one does take a while to oxidize on your skin. I'm taking this much quantity. Now a setting spray which is used before you do your base. A finishing spray works differently. If you're confused about the whole finishing and setting difference, one is used in between or before you do your base and the other one is used when the makeup is finished. Since this is a flash proof makeup, apply it on your neck too. The thing is, all my makeup are flash proof, but in this one is much more specific and more detailed. Make sure you dab in that foundation like your life depends on it. Make sure to cover all the areas of the face. I know you might forget the nose area, so just apply it here. If you watch all my videos, you know using a blender is much better if you want the makeup to look light. If you want to have more coverage like covering up acne, use a brush. Since this makeup has a lot of contour and we're not using too much blush, the face can look dull, and to fix that, I'm using concealer in the inner corners like this. Now I'm using this contour from inside. If you're using a blender, then it's possible it's going to absorb all the product in, but if you're using a brush, you don't have to apply as much as me. First, let's blend the concealer and keep dabbing. On the area you may have pigmentation, dabbing lightly can help with the concealer not rubbing off your skin. Now let's blend the contour out. So when you blend it, make sure it goes upwards and not downwards. For me, heavy contour that goes downwards on your face can make the face kind of look muddy, which we do not want here because we want to look a bit snatched. Now I'm using a setting powder to set the base. This is a finishing powder, which I use only in the end, and this is what you use to set the base. I'm applying it under the eye and under the contour area. Next is this powder foundation for extra coverage. I'm sorry for the low lighting, it was raining so much and I couldn't film in a bright lighting. For blush, use a peach shade, not too much pink, but we need to blend it well with the contour. Now for the eye makeup, using a light orange shade as a base shade. Make sure you blend it upwards like this. For the darker shade of brown, I'm using this. Now apply it like this in the outer corners. Now diffuse that outer corners of the eye. Here I'm not using any extra product, I'm just using whatever left product is on the brush. Now I'm using some of that brown shade lightly as a bronzer. Now let's do the nose contour. You can do this by making your eyebrows up to find that shadow that you need to start your contour from. Here you can see I have the natural shadow of my nose. Now I'm doing it under the nose bridge. You can slowly take it upwards like this. This new thing I do for my contour is applying it casually like this here. I'm applying some powder foundations on the sides like this. You can use a setting powder. This is like cleaning up the contour, but it's much better than using concealer because that can really make it look a bit cakey on the nose. Just for this area, I'm using a much thin and precise brush. For eyebrows, make it straight but have a small arch in the very end. Now I'm just filling it in. To clean it up, use concealer. Now I'm using the finishing powder in the inner corners to brighten that up. This is really gonna look good if you want your makeup to look good in flash. In flash, makeup can look more flat, so doing this dimensional makeup with layers is really going to be helpful. Now I'm using some kajal on the waterline, and if the kajal gets watery on the tip, just do this. Now I'm using a gel liner for kajal, which gives that actual pigment. You can go a bit under the waterline but not too much. You can't see, but I'm doing my eyeliner with the same gel liner. Now I'm using this diffuser type brush for the eye. Take the brown shade and apply right under the waterline by blending both the kajal with the brown shade. As you can see how it makes the face snatched. Again, I'm using this shade. Apply it under the eye, the area you apply the brown shade like it's the under eye blush. I think applying it under the eye really looked good, so I'm applying it as a blush now. Okay, so I don't have a lip liner, but if you do, it's going to look much better. First, I'm applying it like this and overlining a bit. For this area, make a triangle like this first. From there, you can take it down. Now blend it inwards. For the upper lip, apply it all over. Last is applying some concealer. After that, you can clean up the edges. For this look, I'm using mascara instead of lashes. I think I might have to ask my mom for some lip liner.